This is Steve from Conductive Labs, and we are going to do the NDLR Upgrade kit right now live for you, so you can watch. This might take a little long. Maybe you want to watch it at 1.5. Maybe you want to stop it and just fast forward to the parts you need to know about. But I'll just run through the whole thing right now, and I'll try to go as fast as I can, but no guarantees. Okay, so here's what you'll get in the mail. This is the upgrade kit. Let's do a quote-unquote unboxing. So you get some knobs. So the super old units, the first ones we had, they do not have the Conductive Labs guy. That's we call it the Y guy. Can you see that? Ooh, where's the camera? No, you can't. Oh, there it is. They do not have this Y guy on the knob. So if you have old knobs, that means you're going to need new ones. If you have new ones, you just got some extras if you already have them. This comes with a tool kit. So in this toolkit, you get a wrench, you get an Allen wrench, and you get a wrench for the encoders, and you get new nuts and washers for that. Then you get some stickers. You don't need these right now. Those are just for fun. Oh, NDLR 2 stickers, kind of cool. You could put it on your box so you know you upgraded it. And if you want to go to get step-by-step help, that's why we put this card in there. There's a URL and a QR code for online help. If you're watching this video, you probably went there already. And don't forget, we made a cool new synthesizer, so had to put that little pitch in there. Okay, anyway, so let's get rid of the box. Okay, this is the actual NDLR board. It's pretty much everything inside of NDLR. Be careful when you take it out. There's some cabling back here, so take it out easily. That's the back of the board. There's our TNC4. This cables up to the back here, so you got to make sure you don't pull this out. And then the first thing you want to do is see this little tab right here. This is the screen protector. You will hate yourself if you do not do this step, because you will put it all together and you'll realize that you did not remove this screen protector, and you'll have to take apart your NDLR and do that completely again. So that would really suck. Okay, so here's a NDLR, the new V2 version, says it right here, version 2. Put that aside for a minute, put your knobs aside. Let's open up this kit and take out the two wrenches, the Allen wrench and the open end socket, or the open end wrench. Okay, I'm going to leave all this hardware in the bag. I may not even need it actually. Okay, so now let's take the NDLR. This is an old school blue one. I just thought I'd do that because some of you guys might have that. It was right out of a box, still has the old tagger on it. First step is to let's take off all the knobs and put them. Now they're a little hard, so I find that if you put your finger, your thumb on the faceplate and your other finger, and then kind of pry it up, that'll be a good way to do it. So I use it for leverage. These are a little hard to pull off. I wonder if we could use this. Maybe we could use a wrench. Nope, that ain't gonna work. You don't want to scratch your faceplate. I guess just pulling them off is working, but just it might be hard. There we go. And then let's get these. Okay, so all our knobs are off. We see all our encoders exposed. We have to take off all 8 of these encoder bolts, but we're going to do that after we take the faceplate off. Okay, so now we take the Allen wrench, this little guy, and put it in here. And I would do it in this position, orientation, so you get the leverage you might need, and then you could put it in like this and just twist it really fast. Take that off. You'll have 4 of these little screws. Don't lose these. We do not have replacements. So put it in this way and get it started. Then put it in the other way and you can spin them right out. Don't lose those. Okay, now put it up like this. Same operation. unscrew, just get it loose. Let's just do both of these at the same time. There should have been some background music. Okay, didn't want to get a copyright strike. Okay, so now I'll just use this orientation, take that screw out, one last one. Okay, got that out. Now, just lift it out gently. The bottom tray should be empty. You could just put that aside for now. And now we have the board right attached to the faceplate. So now we need to take all 8 of these off. Now this is a step you want to be careful about. You do not want to scratch your faceplate. So gently put that on there and loosen it up. And once you can loosen it, just take your finger and spin them. I'll take this one, loosen. They're actually not very tight. Not nearly as tight as the knobs were. Nope, this one's taken. Oh, maybe if you pull up on the board a little bit while you do it. Yeah, what's happening is all 3 of these are out, so it's leaning on this nut. If you pull it up a little, you could just spin it. Okay. And now let's go to the other side and loosen, spin, loosen and spin. Now I'm going to grab this and pull up on it a little bit because it's going to start wanting to cause a little tension. This is really subtle stuff, you guys. It's very simple to do. All right, let's pull that up and spin it. There we go. Okay, now the whole noodler is going to drop free. There we go, just like that. And you're going to have all the bolts on the hang on the panel, so just slide them off like that gently. Don't scratch anything, so be very gentle. There they go. I notice there's a little bit of oil there, so I might, well, I'll just rub it on my pants. But you might want to get something to wipe that oil up so it doesn't stay on the faceplate. There you go. Okay, so this one, the way this lens snaps into the faceplate, this one is staying for me. Sometimes it'll just come out and it'll be sitting here on your display. Be careful not to touch it. Not because it's dangerous or anything, but you don't want any fingerprints on there. So be really careful. Do not touch this. If you need to position it, just grab it on the edges like that. Okay. So I'll put this aside. And this is the old one. I can put this aside. You don't have to take the button caps off. You don't have to take anything off. You just put it aside. Okay. So let's get the new one. Okay. Now let's get the faceplate again. Now, if your screen came off, just put your screen directly on top of this screen. Let me just do that for you. I'll pop it out. Okay, there we go. So this is what it looks like when it comes out. Just put it right on top like that. Now I've still got the tag on it, so I'm going to take that off because if you still have that, it's going to be a pain. Okay, put that right there. Okay, then I'm going to put the faceplate over the encoders. I'm going to put my hands underneath the board on the bottom and lift it up. Now, might be best to, I'm holding it from the bottom. You can see here, I'm holding it from the bottom. And now I can touch the front of it because I can always wipe that, but I can't wipe the back. So I need to maneuver that. There we go. So now everything's flush. I'm going to hold this and flip it over, and you can see that everything is lined up. The board's parallel to the faceplate, and it's all the same. And you can tell because all the encoders, all the threads will be showing. Okay, so now I'm going to take a washer and a nut, and I'm going to thread this first one just like that. Then I'm going to go to the opposite corner, and I'm going to put a washer and a nut and thread it on like that. And now I don't have to be so careful because everything's going to stay together. So I can put it down and put washers on each of these encoders. You have to put the washers, otherwise you'll scratch up your faceplate when you tighten up the nuts. Now I'll put a nut on each one of these. just like that. There we go. I did these two to start with. Now I'll just spin these with my finger to get them going. There we go. And I'll just try to get them a little bit tight. Just finger tight. There we go. I would put on some music. Maybe Dark Side of the Moon would be good. You're not going to get very far because it just takes a few minutes to do this. I wouldn't put any aggressive, crazy music on because I never can build anything with aggressive music. You do whatever you want, but I kind of like calmer music. Okay, so we're done with that. Now let's take this tool, the open end box wrench, and just give it a little bit of a tightening. Again, be gentle, not to scratch your faceplate. There we go. Since I'm right-handed, I'll flip it around. There we go. This does not have to be very tight, just because if you find yourself going so tight that you might slip off and scratch your faceplate, you're probably going too tight. There we go. Okay, so those are all tight. Everything's good. Make sure my cable's still connected. Looks like everything's good. So now I will take the box like I had it before, and I will turn it around like this so the noodler is on top. I'll put this down and I'll just slide it up and let it drop. It'll tend to want to do that. That's okay. And I will push this up like that so the hole lines up. I'll take one of these screws, the ones that we originally took out with the Allen wrench rather, and I'll put it in there. Again, always be careful not to. There we go. Put that one in. Put this one in. Okay. Now it'll move like this. So I'm going to turn these, but not full tight, just to get them so that they go down. The reason why is because now when I lift it up like this, the faceplate can still come up, can still go up and down a little bit. So you want to put these two screws in and tighten them first before you tighten the top ones. And be gentle with these. Screw them in with your fingers so that you don't cross thread them before you hit them with the Allen wrench. Okay, so we'll tighten these up just, okay. Now that everything is kind of what I would call hand tight, you could then put this in like that and give it a good tightening like that and like that. Come back to the front and these might, yep, that's good. Now give it just a little bit of a hand tightening. That's good. And let's go down here and just give it a little bit. That's good. You'll feel that flex just a little bit, and that's about all you need. You don't need to wrench down on it. Then take your knobs. If you have the Y guys on your knob, you're okay. Just use your old knobs. If you don't, then use the new ones. You just press them down. It doesn't matter the orientation of the knobs. Okay. And now I will grab a cable and let's plug it in. Hopefully I didn't screw this up. It's so easy, it's hard to screw up. There we go. And you'll notice that we're upgraded to the new one. Now, you guys may have remembered that the light flashes. Can you see it underneath that button a little bit? No. Oh, there it is. There it is. You can see that. With the new version 4 firmware, that'll flash like that pretty much all the time, which is a little different than the version 3. You'll notice immediately if you hit this and then hit this knob, you'll get to the noise patterning. If you haven't updated in a long time, there's also, there's a MIDI controller, but these two do some fun things. One's called intervals and one's called rotation. These are some algorithms. There's some videos on them to do some fun stuff with. But the big one, the official upgrade, is the third knob down, which we don't have a call out on your faceplate, obviously, because it's an old faceplate. But this is where you can add the Pearl and Noise patterns, which are super cool. Oh, you're over there. I'll keep looking over there. And that's that. That's how you upgrade Noodler. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you had much success. And you could resell all your spare parts on eBay. I think you'll make a lot of money for these. And especially these knobs with the Y guys, they're going to be worth millions of dollars one day. So that's 8 million exactly. Just joking. All right, guys, thanks so much. Happy upgrading. Talk to you later.